Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TechGig webinar series, our endeavor to impart techies. We believe that sharing of knowledge is the key to enhance our skills and grow us as professionals. With this principle in mind, we have initiated a series of webinars conducted by industry experts to give you all a crisp insight of various domains. The topic of today's session is Big Data Analytics. Can it deliver speed and accuracy? Our guest speaker today is Mr. Gurinder S. Grewal, leader, Real-Time Big Data Platform, eBay Inc. Gurinder leads Real-Time Big Data Platform at PayPal. He has 18 years of experience building, scaling very large complex distributed systems at various companies. He has served various leadership roles in large e-commerce, telecommunication, and networking companies. He was a key member of the architecture team that scaled eBay's first-generation architecture. So without further delay, I introduce you all to our guest speaker. Over to you, Gurinder.
Thanks, Moini. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the session. What we're going to do today is I'm going to share with you the learnings and the challenges that we faced as we embraced big data at PayPal. I assume everybody can see my deck. Before we get into the learnings, I want to share a profile about PayPal so that we know in the context of the system that I'm talking about. So for the folks who who don't know about PayPal, PayPal provides a platform for users to exchange money. One of the value adds we have that we allow our users to exchange money fast and in a safer way. If you actually think about these two things, fast and safer, these are two conflicting requirements actually. And that's going to be the theme of our talk today as well. And I'll talk more about why safer and fast or a speed are conflicting requirements further in the slides. So about PayPal, we have about 123 million active users. By active users, we mean a user who has at least sent one payment throughout last 3 months. So there are a variety of users. There are individuals, merchants, and so forth. We have presence across the globe, supporting multiple currencies. What really matters is at any given minute we process about $300,000 worth of payments. What that really means is the responsibility that you take of moving actual money between two hands, right? So in order to move this money, there's a lot of back-end analysis that happen, online analysis that happens. And in the context of the system that we're going to talk about, we process about 2 billion events per day. And in terms of data scale, as you can see, there's 12 terabytes of new data added every day. Part of about 60% of the data is behavioral data, or observational data. Observational data is when you're monitoring your systems, monitoring how your applications are behaving, and monitoring how your business logic is performing. Then there's operational data and transactional data. The load on the system, on the real-time system, is pretty significant in terms of the data lookup queries. We process about 500,000 queries per second. At the same time, the response time SLAs for the system are pretty stringent. So 100 millisecond average response time is to process any given request and provide an answer if the current interaction from the user is acceptable or not. So you can slice up this 100 milliseconds into further buckets. If I was to run an analytics logic on 100 milliseconds, that means there's only a slice of this 100 milliseconds available to load the data. So the idea is that you need to load lots of data and you need to load it really fast. And these two requirements keep growing. As we move through the time, the response times are becoming more stringent. Everything is getting more optimized. And at the same time, the amount of data that we are dealing with on ongoing basis, the data is growing. So the requirements are always get more data, get it faster, right? And given the scale of this data, we are really talking about big data, because one of the questions that normally comes up is, what is big data? When do we say that I have a big data? What's the threshold? Threshold is basically once you reach a point that you can't analyze your data in real time, and when you have to really employ offline systems to analyze your data, you are actually embarking into the territory of big data. So then the question arises that in the industry we have been doing this for all along. There was always offline batch processes that were processing the data. There's online systems that are processing data. So why big data now, right? The differentiator is that the scale of the data is growing. There are new tools that are emerging that are allowing us to process this data in more efficient manner. So that's a key differentiator. So it's not that big data is new, it's been there, but there are new tools that are opening up new possibilities to analyze this data efficiently.